It's that time of week again. It's on the run time, this time from here at Marina Bay Sands in Singapore. See you on the other side of the plane.
Run.
Yes, it's on the run time, and as I said, we are here at Singapore, and they've got me staying at Marina Bay Sands. They've got me staying at this lovely suite here. It's one of the new renovated rooms in Tower 2, but I'll be checking out of here very, very shortly. So let's get straight into the news of the week. Starting with Macau, the GGR numbers for May came out during the past week. 15.57 billion Macau patakas, nearly US $2 million. $2 billion, I should say, with a B. So we're running, that would be a run rate of 24 billion a year. Look, we're not quite there. We're maybe at about 20, 21, 22, 23, something like that. But wow, what a recovery for Macau. And let's see what the June numbers are. The pundits are saying for the first time it might actually go down a little bit for the first time since the reopening on January the 8th. But we will have to wait until early July to find that out. Next piece of news. I don't know if it's Macau news or if it's Singapore news, but the Macao Showcase, Showcasing Macau, was held right here at Marina Bay Sands. That's why I'm here. They invited me here. It's a 3-day event showcasing Macau to Singaporeans. It opened yesterday. I'm shooting this on Thursday morning. You'll be seeing this on Thursday afternoon or evening or Friday morning, I guess. And they had a little dance number, and they had showcasing Macau, like an exhibition of Macau, showcasing Macau food, showcasing Macau culture, showcasing architecture, local entrepreneurs, Macau fashion designers, all that sort of stuff right here at Marina Bay Sands. So Sands China Limited did that, obviously making use of their sister property here at Marina Bay. And this is, of course, part of the Macau government's push to try and get more foreigners to come to Macau. Everybody was there. Wilfred Wong was there. Grant Chum was there. Paul Town was there. Helena was there from MGTO. Vincent Yu from IPIM. Ho Teng Yat from the Macau Chamber of Commerce years now. There were a bunch of people, and there was somebody from the Singapore Tourism Board. There were some other leading lights of Macau tourism there, about a dozen people up on the stage to cut the ribbon. So this is planned to be an annual event, so hopefully I can come each year and check it out. Now, what else? I guess it's Las Vegas news, but we can call it Macau news because it relates, of course, to Wynn Macau. Craig Billings, had the CEO of Wynn Resorts and Wynn Macau, had his contract extended for 4 years. It was originally signed at the departure of Matt Maddox in January 22 for 16 months, which takes him through to May or June 23, which is where we are now. And that's been extended for 4 years now. So congratulations to Craig Billings. He will be at the helm of Wynn for some time to come. Forgive me, let me just get some water into me. Okay, over to the Philippines now. PADCOR still on the warpath, trying to stamp out illegal gambling, and they came out this week quite strongly against a website called starspangled200.org. This Star Spangled, try saying that 10 times fast, Star Spangled 200 is an expression that was on a lot of Maryland, I think 800,000 Maryland license plates of cars. So it's a known phrase, and it redirected to a website called globeinternational.info, allegedly run out of the Philippines, an online gaming site, not a legal one. What else in the Philippines? DFNN, the technology platform company. It also does gaming and has some gaming rev share situations in the Philippines. They're back in the black, revenue up 69%, so further COVID recovery going on there in the Philippines. Now over to Singapore, to here where I am now. Interesting, Resorts World Sentosa Deputy CEO Lam Yi Young departed after 5 months. So Mr. Lam obviously not particularly liking that job, I guess, or maybe Resorts World didn't like him. Of course, they said it was amicable, but when somebody leaves after just 5 months, you know something went wrong. So Mr. Lamb, and also Andrew McDonald were major sort of appointments some time ago, and the two of them were seen as fresh blood into Resorts World Sentosa. Well, one of them is gone. Andrew is still there. I actually saw him around here. He was here at the opening of G2E Asia last week, and also met up with him as well, and other senior executives at Genting. Over the weekend, I actually popped up to Resorts World Genting and met with the CEO and a few other senior executives up there, which was great. But yes, so Resorts World Sentosa. So this guy was previously at, if I'm not mistaken, the Singapore Business Federation. I think he was the CEO of the Singapore Business Federation, and he at the time was said to be helping He Tech over there, Tan He Tech, but that is no more. Still in Singapore, the Singapore Turf Club is to close in 2027 with the last race in 2024. Look, this just sort of further demonstrates the decline of racing. There's limited land in Singapore. There were declining, so the land is valuable. There were declining spectatorship there, so that is certainly a sunset industry, at least here in Singapore, and that is now on the way out. Speaking of sunset industries, read my article in this month's IAG. Is casino gaming a sunset industry, where I argued that it is not land-based casino gaming, but go check that out at asgam.com, asgam.com. Now, what else? Star in Sydney, Star Entertainment, well, actually in Brisbane, the Queen's Wharf Brisbane development, which is a big development, huge development, the biggest development, private development that Brisbane has seen for a very long time. They're postponing the opening of that till April 2024, so nearly 12 months. This is, of course, 50% owned by Star, 25% owned by each of two Hong Kong companies. One is Chow Tai Fook, one is Far East Consortium. So look, with what's going on in Australia at the moment, I'm not surprised there is a delay. They certainly can't stop. It's too far gone now, but who knows, maybe it'll even be wound back a bit. I don't know, but what's going on with the industry in Australia at the moment gives great cause for concern to investors. And in that vein, our next story, the New South Wales regulator, I really can't believe this, is considering early closure to slot clubs or gambling in general, because it's been found that problem gambling mostly happens late at night. Well, of course problem gambling happens late at night. I mean, most car accidents probably happen late at night as well. There's probably a greater proportion of car accidents late at night. We don't ban driving after midnight. I mean, this is really out there, and the attacks in Australia on the gaming industry are just getting out of hand, in my view, and don't really reflect any kind of common sense, but just reflect knee-jerk reactions. And I think perhaps even regulators are trying to defend themselves, because the accusations could be made that they're not tough on gaming, or that they were asleep at the wheel, and they're just having this knee-jerk reaction, and they're going to make the industry uninvestable in Australia. They're going to lose all the investment if they keep going this way. Star's already in a lot of trouble. The value of Crown, the enterprise value of Crown, has plummeted. Now Blackstone are trying to do something about that, but it's very, very difficult to operate in that environment at the moment. So I actually feel for the Australian operators quite a lot. Don't know what can be done about it. Hopefully some common sense comes back at some point soon. NagaCorp in Cambodia, where I'm flying to Cambodia today. I'm flying to Phnom Penh today. They have delayed Naga 3, quite a long delay. They've said they're going to delay it till 2029, which is, a very long time. 3.5 billion US dollar investment, and as well as delaying it, they may even be winding back their ambitions on that and not going for something quite as big as what they were going before. They are blaming external geopolitical macroeconomic environment, I think was the exact expression, as well as stiff global inflationary pressures. Well, inflation comes and goes in cycles, and I think external geopolitical macroeconomic environment is code for the Chinese aren't coming back to Cambodia yet. So let's see what happens when the Chinese start coming back to Cambodia and they get a bit of a VIP business going again. Over to Saipan now, in the Pacific. The regulator wants to end the license exclusivity. Well, I do not blame the regulator. The chairman, Edward De Leon Guerrero, came out and said perhaps we shouldn't have exclusivity because exclusivity, of course, is with IPI International or IPI Saipan, whatever they're called. IPI, Imperial Pacific International, there you go. And that project's obviously in a mess. Just go to asgam.com and search Imperial Pacific and you'll, or Saipan, just search Saipan and you'll see what a mess it is in. So they would like to perhaps get another operator there, and that makes a hell of a lot of sense. Myanmar now, over to Myanmar. We don't report on Myanmar too much, but the power has been cut to the casino town of Shwe Kokko. I've actually been in that area, opposite Thailand. You have opposite Mae Sot, the town of Mae Sot in Thailand. Straight across the border is the town of Myawaddy, and about 20 kilometres of north of Myawaddy is Shwe Kokko. A lot of casinos around that area. That's the Karen state. That's controlled by the Karen army, that area there. But the Chinese government has put a lot of pressure on the powers that be over there about cross-border gambling, cross-border crime, online fraud, that sort of thing, and the power has been cut, so there's a bit of a standoff there. PEA is the entity which had the contract to supply power to the area, and that contract has ended, but apparently that was done intentionally to cut the power to Shwe Kokko, to the casino town, which is a sort of a bit of a lawless town. Also, Hong Kong. Let's move to Hong Kong now. So Far East, I mentioned Far East Consortium earlier. Many of you probably don't know that they run a Czech casino business under their subsidiary Transworld Hotels and Entertainment. They have 3 casinos in the Czech Republic, I should say. 3 casinos there, a hotel. These are run under their Palasino brand, which also has, if I'm not mistaken, 3 hotels in Germany and 1 hotel in Austria. And they said that they were considering spinning that off and listing that separately. I actually know 1 or 2 people that work there, so good luck to them there on that. In supplier news, just one interesting story. We ran a video this week of Matt Wilson, the CEO of Light & Wonder. Matt Wilson was interviewed by CommSec. CommSec's a brokerage firm in Australia. And as we've reported previously on IAG, Light & Wonder is looking to list in Australia as well as their American listing. So Matt is doing the rounds at the moment and trying to do a bit of publicity and get support for that listing. And he had a very interesting, about 15-minute interview with CommSec, and you can catch that interview on ASGAM, on asgam.com. Go check it out. But the one interesting thing we picked up from the interview is that he is predicting adjusted EBITDA of 1.4 billion by 2025. That is up from 913 million last year in 2022. So that's a big difference. And Light & Wonder, they've done a lot of deleveraging. They've sold off one part of the business, paid down quite a bit of debt, so they're not as burdened by debt as they were during the Ron Perlman days. And good luck to Matt Wilson and the whole crew there, which is sort of an ex-aristocrat crew now over to Light & Wonders, so good luck to them. All right, look, that's it for this week. Thanks for your attention, and thanks for watching all the way to the end. I appreciate that. I'm just about to head downstairs, grab a very quick bite of breakfast, jump in the car, head off to Changi Airport and fly to Phnom Penh. So next week I'll be seeing you from Cambodia. Have a great weekend, and bye for now. See you next time. Bye.
Run.